All right, Dan's Incineroar versus Mezz's Roy. Mezz has plenty of practice against Dan, so let's see how this goes. Of course, they go to Smashville because both parties hate PS2. Ooh, Dan's feeling hot right now, though. From what I heard, Mezz hasn't really played a whole lot of Smash lately, so he's super out of practice, but it's all good. All right, feeling each other out right now. Ooh, the instant revenge out of the forward air, though. That is not a true combo. If there's anything I've learned when it comes to Incineroar, you cannot be as aggressive as you think you can. Ooh, failed attack from Dan, but it's all good. And dodge on the ledge. Get back on the stage. Gets Mezz right off stage. Are you going to go for it? Ooh, interesting. Try to read a jump there from Dan from Mezz, but unfortunately wasn't able to pull out anything there. Oh, Dan doesn't have his jump, but no, Mezz decided to go for a read instead and go to... Oh no, Dan actually messed up his side B, which will cost him his stock? No, Mezz tried to go for a read, and once again missed. And if there's one thing you definitely gotta be aware of, is definitely try to be aware of the various options that they can throw out. And Fortho should take it. Ooh, never mind. Apparently not close enough to ledge there. Trying to catch a landing, but no, a forward tilt from Mezz will take it. Right now, yeah, Mezz seems pretty confident himself as he drags Incineroar off stage. No, but failed the down air. No way that jab actually hit there. That's a hitbox. Man, I always say this all the damn time, but Roy's hitboxes are ridiculous in this game. Like, it feels like some of them should not be sweet spots, but they really extended them. Like if there's one character that really needs better hitboxes, it's definitely Marth, in my personal opinion. Roy, though, man, it feels like his entire sword is just, like, perfectly balanced. This is why Roy's better than Chrom. Aside from the better recovery, of course, but, you know. Dan is sitting at 123, though. That being said, though, he is a pretty dang heavy character. Very interesting, a high air dodge out of Mezz. I've never seen one of those before unless someone's actively chasing after him, but I don't think it... Oh, I think that air dodge was a buffer. Unfortunate. I'm pretty sure he wanted to try to go for that way earlier, but unfortunately... Ooh, tried to go for a revenge there. This looks like it's Dan's round to lose at the moment, as Mezz is just calling out all of Dan's options. He's playing very patient compared to his usual Roy style. Ooh, good down tilt. No, Dan just wasn't feeling confident with the down air, which is fine. Like with one stock on his hands, but soon to be gone. Dan has to really get this one. I'll take it. Honestly, Incineroar is definitely a character you can cheese really well. So as long as like Dan doesn't get caught out by Roy, he should be fine here. Ooh, good dodge. Ooh, you know what? Mezz can go for that trade. He's at a low percent. He can definitely get away with that. I am surprised that Incineroar's air dodge was able to make it back there. Incineroar's air dodge is not that great. But yeah, gotta go for the tried and true down air from Dan off stage. He loves going for that when he gets a good opportunity, but couldn't find one there because no, that's why he will take it. First game will go to Mezz.
Now the true battle begins.
Incineroar side B really should be a hit grab. I feel that sometimes. But then again, it kind of messes with Incineroar as a grappling character, so I totally get why it's a normal, like, command grab. I mean, if a character is designed to be a grappler, you don't want to be shielding in front of him, so that's perfectly fine. They don't need to nerf Incineroar in that regard. He's already slow enough as it is. Well, let's see whether or not Dan decides to shake it up. He might try to drag Mezz to Kalos. No, they're just gonna redo it. All right, let's do this. Back to Smashville we go. Sorry if I sound a bit tired, everyone. Ed's getting the better hitboxes there with his disjoints. That definitely will get him back there faster. Dan with the air dodge to recover so he can avoid the ledge trump. Interesting. I'm not sure if that was his intention, but he definitely did it. Up tilt, up tilt. Honestly, I love the massive up tilts that certain characters have. Incineroar's is so fun to use too. Ooh, good down tilt, up tilt, good follow-up. Dan definitely has a very good control of Incineroar, but Medz also has really learned how to take advantage of Medz's voice speed. As expected of someone who plays a lot of Sonic games. All right, Medz is off stage. Honestly, both characters are characters that can easily get them off stage. Just whether or not they can actually close out the stock off stage, though. That is something that, like, these characters definitely struggle with. And that's honestly a problem I struggle with whenever I... Nice aerial snatch with the Alolan Whip, though, from Dan. Oh, no! Full forward smash onto Dan with the revenge! All right, Dan has revenge in play. Let's see if he can make something of it. No, did not trust himself. That is going to be powerful, though. That was a clean 50% from a fully charged forward well, not fully charged, but a full forward smash from Roy. Jesus Christ. Mezz's array lost half of his second stock, and Dan still has his. That will not take it. Jeez, Incineroar is a big boy. That up air will, up tilt will take it though. But Medz has a long road ahead of them. Dan is mad after that first round. He is not giving it up. And he knows that people hate dealing with the Alolan Whip, so he's throwing out more aggressively now. Because I'm noticing that Medz is afraid to challenge the Alolan Whip. Ooh, good down tilt. He knew he wasn't going to reach it with that, so he tried to go for lower. Ooh, unfortunately, no punish on the failed tech. Get him off stage. Oh, Medz is dead. Yeah, there's no saving that. Yeah, once you get a Alolan Whip off stage, Dan will happily trade a little bit of percent in order to get rid of Medz there. That being said, though, Dan's recovery ain't that hot either. Both players down to their last stock. Round point go for Dan if he doesn't make it back in time. All right, Medz is at 50%. Good bit of damage there. Oh, Medz that's just unfortunate. U2's the up tilt's also really fun. It's great. It's just a little slow for my liking. All right, this is a very clean first match. Let's go, 1-1. You love Banjo-Kazooie's up tilt that goes stupidly high. I just hate the fact that it doesn't really reach under them, though. Like, basically, like, if you try to stand directly in front of Banjo, unless you're, like, extremely up close, it's not gonna hit you. I like up tilts that are able to encompass like the entirety of the body. Well, I guess it kind of depends because like some of them are kind of smaller, all things considered. Sour me, set me free. I wonder why Limit picked this song for you guys to hear as we go into this tournament. I wonder what came out very recently. You know, I would laugh a lot if like Sonic was just like riding around in a car and City Escape was just was playing. Did you hear about Live and Learn? I have not because I have not watched the movie. I won't be seeing it because I don't have time to go to the movie theaters for a while. So I'm probably going to just catch it on home release. Or streaming, either way. Alright, seems like they actually swapped their stages this time. I would laugh a lot if we decided to go to Hollow Bastion instead. It's basically the same stage. Except, a little bigger. Live and learn from the games? Yeah, I know Live and learns from the games. No, they decided to go Kalos. I was talking about this earlier. Like, I figured that Dan would try to drag Medz here. It's a pretty good stage for both characters, all things considered. Pretty flat, getting the platforms to help with recoveries. Or, you know, Medz can just, like, read any upbeats that recover the stage because he's way more patient than, Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. Medz is playing very patient right now. It's probably because he knows that he has to play patient against Incineroar. Gotta get the Incineroar player chase after you. Ooh, nice punish on the up B, though. Unfortunately, not quite enough to get him off stage. Got the sour hit there. Yeah, oh, damn, with the double spot dodge. That's extremely rare. Ooh, yeah, honestly, this is one of the first lessons I've learned when fighting Roy. Like, if you are in a position that allows for an easy side beat... Yo, I forgot Alolan Whippet's armor! What was that? But yeah, if you get into a position where you can get side beat, I almost never use spot dodge against Roy. It's just so easy to get killed from that. That being said, though, speaking of easy kills, as long as Medz can avoid getting Alolan whipped from the revenge there, he should be fine. Try to go for another revenge. Didn't come out in time, though. That being said, though, lost the revenge off of that hit. So finally took too many damage there. That jab will be strong enough to clear out Medz, though, with a clean what was that, 50%? Man, if you get a sweet spot on the revenge there, like, almost everything will do a ton of damage if you can get the full Alolan whip there. Ooh, get them off. Yeah, Dan's just throwing out his up piece like he's Pyra or something. That back here will clean it out. Dan down to his last stock. This was a very quick turnaround. You definitely cannot play carelessly against either of these characters. Both of them are very destructive touch of death characters. Not quite Kazuya levels, but pretty hard hitting. That will clean it out. No, not quite. A little too far into the stage. Man, if there's one thing I love about this stage, it's definitely the wide blast zones. All right, dance off stage. Let's see if Medz can capitalize. Waiting? Oh no, Medz is playing very patiently there. He is waiting for a revenge. No, he went for a side B. No way, Medz still hangs on to his second stock though. That neutral beat will take it though. Dan sitting at 40, 65. Can we get an 80? We get 86, even better. Well, Dan. Ooh, there's the revenge. Try to go for a neutral beat to punish, but no good. Got hit by with the revenge neutral beat instead from Incineroar. That side beat might take it. Unreal! I thought you got the sour hit on that. How was that considered sweet spot?